Okay, good morning, everybody. Still morning. All right. Well, what a great day. Welcome to the new Polk County Life Service Center. God, it's taken a long time to get there. This facility has been a dream for many years, many years. So I'm excited to be here. Really is an understatement for me. First off, I want to thank our partners who are here today, including the City of Des Moines, Broadlawn, St. Vincent de Paul, and Congressman Nunn. Thank you to everyone in the audience who has supported this project. I'd recognize the elected officials, but I'm not going to because I know I'd miss somebody, so thank you to all the elected officials, but I do have to recognize my colleagues on the board. Supervisor McCoy is here, Supervisor Barnell, Supervisor Hawkinsmith, and I know Supervisor Van Nord is here also, and there are many others from the City Council that are here. So thank you for that, because without them, my colleagues, oh, Van Nord right there. Okay, I knew you were here. So, wow. I'm going to try not to get too emotional because it's been so long. I first saw this place in San Antonio so many years ago when we first visited it, and Tom was with me then, and I knew then that this is something that we had to bring back to Des Moines. It's just taken so damn long to get there. We have far too long had individuals who were in a crisis due to substance abuse and mental health issues that ended up in emergency rooms or in jail, both places where they do not receive the care they need, and both are very expensive to our taxpayers. The Polk County Life Service Center offers an alternative to both, providing a variety of services that we hope can get individuals engaged in long-term solutions to their substance abuse and their mental health issues. For years, we have struggled to find the right location for this facility, and the stars finally aligned when our own building became vacant. I want to thank our general service staff who have self-performed nearly all of the work on this extensive renovation. We have saved, yes. We have saved nearly $2 million by self-performing this work. Once you get in there, you will be blown away, just as I have been, when you see their work and seeing the joy that they have done by this ownership of the construction of this facility. You already gave them a round of applause, so you don't have to do it again. Within this building, we will now be able to offer crisis observation and psychiatric urgent care services through our partners with Broadlawns and a sobering center that will allow individuals who are experiencing acute intoxication to sober up in a safe location that will be able to connect them to long-term services. The building will be managed by St. Vincent de Paul, who will be able to offer additional case management and life care services. You'll learn more about them when they come up to speak and their services and goals to their facility, but without them it would not be possible. They have both consistently come to the table to partner with us to find innovative and cutting-edge solutions to our most challenging mental health and substance abuse issues. I also want to thank at Polk County Behavioral Health Services for your work in designing the layout of this building and thinking through how these services will be provided from the client's perspective. They were also in San Antonio with us from the very beginning. Thank you to the City of Des Moines, because in the beginning they knew that they needed to be a partner with us, and they have been from the very beginning. They will pay and help us on our yearly operating expenses. We hope that this is a resource that will be heavily utilized by our police and fire departments, and that you will realize the cost savings by having an appropriate place to take individuals who needed to be treated for mental health and substance abuse issues. Finally, I want to thank Congressman Nunn for supporting this facility with a $750,000 grant. We are thankful for his dedication for these issues and for his continued support for our community. Overall, what we have to offer here is a comprehensive and cutting edge. Polk County is proud to be a leader in providing access to mental health and substance abuse treatment. This ribbon cutting is monumental, and we could not be more proud. We expect to begin seeing clients and patients on November 18th, fingers crossed, as we finalize our staffing plans. Thank you again for this support, and we could not do this alone. There are many people around in this room or outside that have made this happen. So thank you again for all of this. And now I want to introduce my friend, the mayor of City of Des Moines, Connie Bozen.
First of all, my friend Angela Conley, I can't say enough for your efforts that you have done throughout your term as a supervisor, making this county the best it can be for the people that we represent, and all your work and dedication, because nothing happens fast, I've learned in public service. But if you have the vision and the consistency and the opportunity to get things done, you get them done. And we can't thank you enough. So on behalf of Des Moines, we are so proud to be a part of this. We know it's a life-changing event to come here and get help. And we see this as a milestone in this county to really offer these services in a different way. So to my fellow councilmen, I see a couple, Joe Gatto and Carl Voss, that are here, and some of the others I know are out of town, but we can't be more proud of, if you go in and see this, where everybody will get the opportunity of what has come about. So we're providing about $600,000 for the operating expenses. And we know that this is just going to be, like I said, a game changer. And I see many of our first responders, they know what, this is just another tool in their toolbox to get people help instead of taking them to jail and going through that whole system. So we look forward to what this will bring in the future. And I'd like to thank the General Services again. I worked with many of these guys, and when I worked at Polk County, the work they have done is just incredible. And you guys should take such great pride in what you've accomplished. That we know that if we work together, we can get things done. We are better together, and we will continue to do that. Again, there's not one entity can do this alone. And Angela's already mentioned many of them that have worked together to get this thing done. And again, we can't thank everybody for your efforts and the determination to see something to the end. And this is really a great day for Des Moines, Polk County, and all of our residents. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Congressman Zach Nunn. I believe I'm...
Mayor Angela, come up here, because I want you to see just part of the team that has done such an incredible work. And this isn't just a federal issue, or a state issue, or a city issue, or a county issue. This is an entire team. And as you look out here, you can see everyone from our state level out to the frontline workers who help make this possible. I'll even say this isn't a Republican or a Democratic issue. This is about taking care of people right here in our own community. We have a lot of things that we can be proud of, but it takes great leaders across the board to make a commitment to be able to follow through on this to help people in need. When I was chair of the Judiciary Committee, it was costing the state of Iowa over $30,000 to put somebody into long-term incarceration. But because of this facility, we can move towards helping people tackle those real challenges in their life and set them up for success in a way that boils down to just $5,000 per person for rehab. The reality here is if at a federal level, we could even take 10% out of sending people to long-term incarceration, we would be saving more than $5 billion to the taxpayer. But even more important than that, we would be helping more people across this country learn from a model that's being proven today as a way to help people re-enter into their community in a meaningful way. Help people break long-term challenges that have stymied their real potential and given them back the opportunity to pursue a dream that they've had in them the entire time, but had been derailed by so many challenges. So I'm proud today to play a small, but I believe important partnership by bringing $750,000 to this program. Right here in Iowa, we have the opportunity in Polk County, in Des Moines, in the heart of the heartland, to really drive a new vision for how we help folks start a new life. I'm so proud that this community-based resource center has diverted not only individuals away from intoxication or from addiction, but are also helping our frontline law enforcement do their job in a way that is both humane, but also helps the communities that they've sworn to defend and protect, as well as make sure that our frontline resource officers and medical professionals can help individuals in a role, in a location, and in a setting that's going to help them be successful for their entire life. So with that, again, I want to thank the entire Polk County Supervisors. Angela, I know this has been a dream of yours for a long time coming. Huge compliments, Ms. Connolly, for all the work that you've done on this. And for Mayor Bozen, you have this right here in Polk County, but you are providing it as a resource to our entire state. And that is true leadership to be able to offer this up to so many communities in need. Thank you both to these incredible leaders. And with that, none of this would be possible without the long-term leadership of St. Vincent de Paul. Like many of you here today, we have family members, some of them very close to us, who have battled with addiction. Some of them have been in and out of the prison system. Some of them have only been able to recover and be back in our community as productive members because of great leaders that I see in this crowd today. So thank you to each of you individually, whether as a family member, a friend, a community leader, or a great spokesman, to be able to make this happen. Which is why I think it's so important that we call up the CEO of Broadlawns and recognize their work here in our community to being able to do this. Next up, though, I'd like to be able to highlight St. Vincent de Paul's boots on the ground attitude to approaching addiction and support for those as they make their transition. Steve Haveman has been a longtime friend, a great leader, and you're going to be leading the next charge in our chapter. Thank you, Steve.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for the opportunity. For the last 100 years, St. Vincent de Paul has been serving the people most in need in central Iowa, over 1 million people. And we know as a result of that work over the last 100 years, that part of our role is to fill the missing services in the community, fill the gaps for services in the community. What started out with an orphanage for the 1920s terminology and moved into financial and clothing and food assistance during the Great Depression, and really sort of we stayed in that lane for about 80 years. Then about 10 years ago, we knew Des Moines was changing and we needed to mobilize our resources. So we expanded from 1 location to now 4, and we started our immersion prisoner reentry program, which, by the way, is now nationally replicated all the way between Baltimore and Oakland, serving people that have been incarcerated, their loved ones, and the children that are impacted by that. The goal is to break that generational cycle of incarceration. Congressman Nunn pointed out the great fact, for everybody that we can keep out of incarceration for a year, it's about a $40,000 swing for Central Iowa. That's huge. Then we developed our Back to Work program, putting people back to work in a livable wage. And as we celebrated this 100 years of service, everything we talked about was, what's everything that St. Vincent de Paul does? We're the first step to a second chance. And we, filling those unmet needs. We learned that during the COVID pandemic, 47% of Iowans admitted to drinking during business hours during lockdown. 20% of people admitted to stockpiling liquor for an emergency. 30% of people admitted to drinking in isolation. And that's just what's been self-admitted. So that number's higher. So this center, this vision of the Polk County Supervisors and Supervisor Connolly, thank you for your leadership and your vision, the incredible support from Mayor Bozen, City Council. Thank you all so much, because this center is needed. And this is a great opportunity to collaborate to provide a first step to a second chance for those most in need, and provide services with no stigma, which is so important. Provide services with dignity and compassion. So with that, we're honored to partner with Broadlawns Medical Center for the operation of all the services here. So with that, I'd like to introduce Proctor Luerman with Broadlawns Medical Center. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's really impressive to see how many people are here this morning. almost as impressive as the building behind me. I got a tour yesterday, and to the Polk County workers that built this thing, kudos. It is incredible. It's a very thoughtful design. You had the patient at the forefront when you did that. It shows. The finishes in there will inspire confidence in the care that will be provided. It's a high-quality building that was going to have high-quality care within. On behalf of Broadlawns, we are excited to be part of this center. Our Behavioral Health Urgent Care and Crisis Observation Center that are relocating here are essential services to our community. Broadlawns was the first in the state with that type of urgent care. It is vital, and it will continue to be. It is the right care at the right time, and that's how you get the best outcome. And now another first, a partnership in the building behind us, unlike any other that I know. This renovated building gives dignity to the patients, the family, the providers, and the team that serve. Thank you to King Irving Neighborhood Association, the Polk County Board of Supervisors, Mayor Boson and the City of Des Moines, Broadlawns Board of Trustees, Congressman Nunn, and a special recognition to Angela Connolly. Thank you. We are looking forward to the partnership with St. Vincent de Paul and its Sobering Center. This place is a safe, welcoming option at the point of crisis. It is not an emergency room or jail. Those are not conducive to the care that is needed at that time. Outcomes will be improved with ready access to addiction and mental health professionals. I want to acknowledge the professionals from the behavioral health, public safety, Broadlawns teams that are staffing the building behind us to ensure safe and secure care. Broadlawns' commitment to mental health is fundamental. As a safety net hospital, we serve all, and with the veil lifted, we know the behavioral health services affect almost all of us. Again, I want to thank everyone that participated in making today possible. Together, we are making a healthy community. Thank you. Angela Connolly, would you like to come back up?
Okay, now we have one last thing to do before everybody gets to peek inside the building. We have to do our formal ribbon cutting. So with that, I'd like to call the board members and city council members and whoever else was on that list that I don't remember. Come on up and we're going to do a ribbon cutting. Congressman Nunn also.
Actually, probably on the stage if you could.
On the stage?
If you could.
Steve, you want to jump up this way or are the stairs there?
Stairs are over there. If we can fit everybody on the stage, I don't know.
Yeah, they're coming.
Okay, we gotta hold it tight or it doesn't cut. Hold it tight, Zach.
All right. Follow my mayor.
Give me instructions, huh?
Hold on for a couple of photos.
You gotta hold it tight or it doesn't cut. I learned, unless you have really sharp scissors.
Let's do 1, 2,